There, little Mikau. The world is a cruel and brutal place, but I'll keep you safe.
Lisa, the Definitive Edition is a pixelated, side-scrolling, two-dimensional RPG.
The story starts with you playing Bruce Armstrong, who is wandering in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, wondering if he should end his time when he discovers a baby and decides to raise this girl himself. And the key is that this is the only woman in the known world. The story continues from there with a lot of themes that we can't really go into in YouTube, but be prepared that it involves a lot of emotional trauma, self-abuse, sexual harassment, torture. It gets extremely dark, not quickly, from the very first moment.
So 18 plus.
Absolutely.
But the game consists of the base game, which is called The Painful, and the DLC, which is called The Joyful.
The first one is very accurate. The second one is reverse psychology.
Yeah, but the both is in Definitive Edition, which brings new content, HD graphic with 120 FPS mode somehow.
If you want your pixels to be silky smooth.
New party members, updated battle system, new music, and new secrets to explore. There are two difficulties at the beginning, normal and painful mode for extra challenge and unique enemies, and after a short time you get an item that can activate painless mode for a story-only focused experience.
So the gameplay is a 2D side-scroller. You move left, you move right, you move up and down. You can sprint, you can jump, but you will quickly run into a lot of cutscenes, which is surprising in a pixelated 2D side-scroller. Pretty long cutscenes without dialogue choices. You just watch as things play out, but these are very important for developing the characters. And speaking of characters, the people that you meet are going to be really key, because the choices are really the core of this game. The choices that you make, very difficult moral choices that force you to look yourself in the mirror and say, am I capable of doing what's necessary?
More of the gameplay is actually in the turn-based combat system that is more like from Pokemon or Final Fantasy, where you get random encounters in the world, sometimes in the story, and these ones are quite special because you can attack using combos, you can do skill, guard, or use an item, and you don't see a health bar on the enemy, so you're always on your toes. There's 100 unique character battles. There's up to 30 party members that you can choose in towns and camps.
And outside of that, there are lots of mini games such as shopping cart races, extreme weightlifting, Russian roulette. Be prepared that there's no going back if you lose in Russian roulette, just like in real life. There are lots of secrets to discover, and there are multiple endings. And one of the key replay values of this game is that you might be kind of obsessed with trying to get a better ending for these characters that you start to care about. But your first playthrough is going to take about 10 to 14 hours for Lisa the Painless, and about 4 or 5 hours for Lisa the Joyful.
But the question is, and now more than ever, should you play it?
Yes.
Because this is a very dark game.
Very adult
It doesn't
game.
look like it.
No, but you really should be prepared. But you don't have to pay for it. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Kids, don't play this game. If you're an adult, you can get it for free from the Epic Game Store the week of April 25th, 2024. You have a week to add it to your library and play it whenever you feel like you're too happy and you want to be depressed for some reason. So that is what we do on this channel. We play and review every free weekly game in the Epic Game Store, and that might explain why we're playing this without any expectation of what it is and without being big fans of the genre. And that's important because a lot of the reviews that you'll see for this game, they knew what they were getting into and they were interested in the themes. We were not. We came in completely cold, and we were okay, no, I was kind of shocked by the themes. I'll let you speak for yourself, Mikau. Because I just cannot emphasize enough how dark and how disturbing it is. And it is very good at doing that. It's intentional. If that's what you're looking for, yes, this is absolutely your game. And exploring, with some thoughtfulness, these very disturbing themes that I listed in the beginning of this video. However, I think because I did not expect that, and because that's not really my style when I play games, I found it really a bit too dark and too, in some cases, too gratuitous in its grossness and depravity and violence that it really turned me off. So it's not a bad game. It is doing exactly what it wants to do and doing it very, very well. But unless you're looking for some really disturbing, dark themes, I would say look elsewhere for your 2D side-scrolling games.
Well, this game is not voiced. The visual is lacking too. Yeah. I think it might be for a good reason, because voiced over and very well visual might be the end of the game, because it would be banned anywhere.
It could be on Steam.
Since the game doesn't look as great, the core of the game is in the raw world, the brutality, and the things that makes the game makes you feel, because there's more to imagine. There's a very strong language, and to some other people it could be a life-ruining game experience.
It is. The game I think advertises itself as a life-ruining gaming experience.
I think it might be true to some people. If you're like if your state of mind is not strong, you should not play this game.
Seriously.
I think it could break you. And only for the strongest try it. Otherwise, stay out of this game. And I don't want to personally continue playing it. So it's no for safety reasons.
What can we link to?
Doki Doki.
Do we want to recommend? Do we recommend Doki Doki more? It's also very disturbing and.
Yeah, but fits.
It fits. Okay.
It fits.
Can I do it?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. But if this is your kind of thing and you're looking for similar games, maybe from a very different genre but with similar themes, ironically from the exact same publisher, they brought you Doki Doki Literature Club, which has also been free from Epic, so we have reviewed it. Check that review out next.
And hope to see you next time. Bye.